Good morning, fourth grade. Today you have lesson 115, and it is another metric system, but this time it is of weight. So you had linear, which means measuring like lines or length. Then you had capacity, which would be like water or anything liquid. And now you have weight. So the gram is the unit for weights metric system. In our standard American version, we use pounds. In the metric system, it is grams. And grams are pretty small, okay? So, for example, one paper clip weighs about a gram. So, a gram is not the same as a pound. And then you still have your same prefixes. You have your tiniest one would be a milligram, then a centigram, then a decigram. Then you have your gram, which is your unit of measure, okay? So that would be what everything is measured by. And then above it, when you have more than 1 gram, once you have 10 grams, you have your decagram. Once you have 100 grams, it turns into a hectogram. And once you have 1,000 grams, it turns into a kilogram. Okay. So mark the circle next to the lighter measure of weight. So if it's the lighter measure of weight, then it means that you're looking at which one is further down on the list. So from gram to kilogram, if I have kilo here and I have gram here, which one's further down? The gram is. So that's the one that you color in. Going across decigram and gram. So I'll do this. So here's gram, here's decigram. Which one's lower? Decigram. Okay. Next one over, hectogram. That's right here. And centigram, that's right here. Which one's lighter? Further down on the list? Centigram. Okay. This next one, you have centigram and decigram. So they're next to each other, but which one is lower? Centigram. It's lighter. Okay. All right, you can do the bottom row. All right, finish each equation. So these are all the same that you would have been having, like for decameter, you would have had decameter. For decaliter, it was decaliter. And then today it is decagram. So if you have 1 decagram, think about decade, it means you're going to have how many grams? 10. Okay. If you have 1 kilogram, you have 1. How many grams does it take to make up 1 kilogram? A kilometer. 1,000. And finally, the only one that you have left, the only power of 10, the hectogram. If you get 1 hectogram, how many grams have to be put together to make a hectogram? 100. Okay, now on this side, all of them say 1 gram. Okay, so that means that's where we're stopping is what's it take of the other ones to get up to 1 gram. So if I have 1 gram, how many decigrams does that make? So this is like what this would have been, a decimeter, a centimeter, and a millimeter when we were doing the meters. That was linear. So I would need 10 decagrams. How many centigrams? Think about a century, or how many cents in all? 100. And then milligram. How many millimeters? 1,000. Okay, so in the past 2 lessons, I've done this part with you. But I'm not going to today since I just did this part with you, and they are the exact same. It's just worded differently. But it does already say 1 gram equals 10 what? So you're putting the correct prefix. So prefix means you're either going to do a kilogram, a hectogram, a decagram. Then gram is our middle one, so you're not going to do that one. Then a decigram, a centigram, and finally a milligram. So these are the abbreviations, but you're going to put the words. I'm sorry, I should have put the words. Like the words for this one would be kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, and milli. That is what you're putting. This row here is what you're putting on the line down below. Okay, so do 3, please. Okay, and then these fun facts, these are kind of nice to know, just so you have an idea. And then the back side is technically a new skill. Please make sure this part is in your interactive notebook. The new skill says the Celsius scale is the metric scale for measuring temperature. So most places in the world go by Celsius when Americans go by Fahrenheit. Because the Celsius scale has 100 degrees between the freezing point and the boiling point of water, it is sometimes called the centigrade scale because what centi means 100. Most of the world uses the Celsius scale to measure temperature. Okay, so this is what you need in your interactive notebook. Freezing point is 0. Boiling point is 100. Pretty nice round numbers. You start at 0, you stop at 100. Your normal body temperature, so that means whether you have a fever or not, it should be about 37 degrees Celsius. It says many thermometers show both Fahrenheit and Celsius scales. Color to show the Celsius temperature, but then write the Fahrenheit temperature that the thermometer shows. So this is only 3 problems. I'm only going to do one of them with you. Okay, so if it says to show 20 degrees Celsius, I'm going to come up to where it says 20 degrees Celsius, and then I'm going to color it in. Okay, and then if this was at 20 Celsius, what is that at Fahrenheit? So I'm going to write it's 60 something. What are you going to have to count by? Can you count by ones? 60, 61, 62, 63. No, can't do that. 62, 4, 6, 8, and then 7. Yeah, so 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember that little circle means degrees. Okay? All right, and that's all for your lesson. So please make sure that you are taking your time to do it carefully. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand. Good luck.